Hey guys, welcome back. You are tuned in with Cindy and John today. So we have a fun video coming for you guys today, but before we do that, we wanted to thank you guys for participating in our pumpkin challenge. So yeah, we got some good results in, and
thank you for everybody who voted.
Yeah, what was the verdict, babe?
And thank you for everyone who voted Team John, which was the winning team.
He won, but you know what? It was my second time carving. Second.
Here's the results video, or picture. Before we get to today's adventure, we got a little story time.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you everybody who voted for the winning team. And we put the pumpkins outside.
We did.
To enjoy them in
the
nature. And according to our neighbor, the neighborhood squirrels immediately said thank you for dinner and commenced to eating my pumpkin's face off.
Like just the face, though.
Just the face.
Like
aggressively. Yeah.
I walked outside. I'm like, John, what's wrong with your pumpkin?
Yeah. What happened? And it was the face was gone. Oh, it wants to be in the shot too. Right. So squirrels. So they attacked my pumpkin and ate my pumpkin's face off and barely touched her pumpkin.
Yeah, my pumpkin is still looking like pretty much the same. I mean, granted, it's a little old. Pretty much the same. But...
Well, they did like connect one of the eyeballs and eyebrows together at this point.
Yep.
But they then knocked my pumpkin on the ground.
Yeah, it's just a disaster right now with that pumpkin. They're like enjoying their dinner.
They're really enjoying it. And what we can conclude from that is even the squirrels voted for my pumpkin by attacking it and eating its face and throwing it on the ground.
They knew my pumpkin was a little baby, so they're like, we don't want to mess with that pumpkin. So that's what happened.
At least they left the baby alone, so I guess the squirrels aren't that big a jerk. Squirrels are jerks.
Yeah. So yes, we have eaten pumpkins outside.
Yep.
So that was that.
Eating pumpkin.
That's true.
Yours is barely touched.
We enjoyed that, but today we are going to be doing another competition. It's not really a competition.
No, it sort of is, because this is a long-standing question of sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. Which one's better?
Yeah.
And different people have different opinions.
Yep.
So we thought the best thing to do would be to do a test of the two and see what happens.
Yeah, so we are going to be making two different pies today, so sweet potato and pumpkin, and we're going to compare it and give it to some friends. So some friends are going to try it out, and we're going to see what it tastes like and how it turns out.
We're going to take some voting from people that can actually taste it.
Yeah.
We thought about doing it on Instagram again, but the problem is it's really hard for you guys to taste it.
Yeah, we can't just be like, try this. So, but whatever you like, let us know in the comments which one you prefer. I'm interested. I'm interested to know because, we're trying to figure that out. So it is my off season. We could. What's your favorite? Yeah, let's do
sweet potato versus pumpkin.
Yeah, which one do you like? Since the holidays are coming up, people do pies a lot, so I'm curious. Let's figure this out.
Yep.
So you let us know. Also, it is my off season, so we have been enjoying a lot of good food and just figuring out different recipes before I start training again. So I'm super excited to try this pie.
She tries all the pie.
I do.
Stay tuned.
All right, so you ready to get into it?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do some cooking.
Let's do it. So this is a sweet potato. No.
And this is a teapot. And this over here is a coffee pot.
And that's my cutie.
Well, that's actually true. This is a butternut squash.
Yep.
And my mom has always used butternut squash instead of pumpkin because she says it has a better flavor. To be fair, we should test that by also getting pumpkin and doing a test. But
I have to do both.
We're gonna have to do like 3 pies, 37 pies later. But what we are trying to do is my mom's way of doing pumpkin pie, which is with actually butternut squash, not pumpkin. And then we're gonna make some sweet potato pie. So in here we have some sweet potatoes that have been cooking and hopefully are done. And we're gonna make some pies.
Let's do it.
What we're doing here is we did this in the oven. Roasted it in the oven. And I need about a pound. So I'm just taking some of this out of here. Needs butter though.
So you're gonna put the butter and then the spices and whatnot?
Well, I need to double check the recipe. I was gonna say if you're gonna eat this stuff like mashed butternut, it needs butter. That's the butter part of the butternut. You gotta add the butter. Otherwise it tastes like a vegetable. And we know how people want to eat vegetables.
Yeah, we want it to be delicious.
Yeah. Delicious pie, which means we need butter, which is also known as love.
Love. All right, so we're gonna need some salt, some flour, some sugar, a pot to mix it in, and some butter and cold ice water. So this is all you're gonna need for the pie crust itself. Next, I'm gonna put about 2 cups of flour in there, and I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of all those other things I just said. So sugar, salt, and yeah, we're gonna start off with that and mix it all in there. And then I'm gonna slowly add butter. So you wanna do it in like tiny pieces, and also make sure it's cold because you wanna make sure it meshes well with the flour. And after I add a little bit of butter, I'm just gonna mix it up and make sure that it starts to become small, like little seeds or little peas, I guess. And then I add some more butter just to make sure I can get the right consistency. And yeah, you just keep doing this. And you also add water to make it thick.
Just starting to mix this in. This is our pumpkin puree, which is butternut squash. We've got about a pound of the butternut squash puree. Puree. 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar, which makes everything better. And
You got that right.
egg. So I'm gonna mix this up for a little while, and then I guess I'm gonna call Cindy, and she's gonna stick this camera in my face again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna talk about the next ingredient. Okay, so here's the magic. Okay. The magic of a pumpkin pie is the spices.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The pumpkin spices. In fact, you could put them into a latte and it would make it a latte better. Okay?
You got the jokes.
None of them are good, but we got a lot of them. Okay, so what we have here is we have cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and ground cloves. Ground as in smashed, not off the ground.
Not off the ground. Well, that's nice.
That's a different thing. Yeah, you have to pay extra for that. So this is 1 1/2 teaspoons. That's what I've got. And I need 3 of these. Okay.
All right, so you're adding the cinnamon.
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 Okay, and then we need 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, which is this one. I'm just gonna. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon of that, and then 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. It's better if it's fresh, but I don't have any fresh nutmeg. We have previously.
1/4 teaspoon.
Ish. This one needs black pepper too. So an 8.
That looks about right.
So we're gonna mix this up, then we're gonna add a cup of heavy cream, pour a cup of milk. Sweet potatoes. I did them in the Instant Pot and they were not ready. So I put them in here and they're still not ready.
Dang, sweet potatoes take forever.
Probably should have just, that's gonna be hot. Ouch.
I already added the butter and the water and the salt and sugar, all that good stuff. I am now about to pretty much bring it all together, make like little circles, and then I can roll it out. So that's the goal. Roll it out. But yeah, you kind of want it to be kind of sticky, but not too sticky. So I kind of added enough water as I went to make sure it was good enough, but still kind of flaky. So this is what it looks like. And it's sticky, but it still kind of comes apart, which means we'll add more flakiness once it's done. Okay, so I'm gonna add some flour now, and then I'm going to roll out the pie crust because I want to make 2 for both pies. And so I'm gonna try to get it really flat so that it fits for 1 pie, and then the remaining I can use for my second pie. So I roll out from the middle, and then I fit the pie perfectly around the pie bowl. And then once I do that, I slowly remove the parchment paper from it so that it doesn't rip any of the crust. Once that's done, I just take off the remainder and save that for my next pie crust. And we're ready to begin rolling out the next one.
Okay, so I'm putting in spices. Very similar spices for both of these pies. I'm trying to focus. I'm being distracted by the paparazzi over here. 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. They're not off the ground, they're off the counter. And 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. A slight pinch of salt. This is the last of it.
It's smelling good though.
It does smell good. Get the camera close so you can smell it.
Smell it. Can you guys smell it? All the flavors.
Alright, so we're just gonna whip this.
Okay, so the pie crusts are done for now. We have 2 ready. So here's 1, here's 2.
1, 2.
And we got the little corners crimped. Is that what I would call it?
Sure.
Okay, crimped.
That'll work.
And now John has all the stuffing that's gonna go inside ready. But we're gonna wait a little bit, and tomorrow we're going to add that in, and then we're going to bake it, and then we'll see what it tastes like.
So the pumpkin was pretty watery, so it was easy to pour out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We refrigerated this because we didn't want to cook it last night because we wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah, we made it too late.
Yep. I don't know how this is gonna spread.
So this is a sweet potato one.
Yeah, this is a sweet potato one. Sweet potato one was super thick.
Yeah.
The pumpkin one
It was like watery.
was, yeah, pretty thin.
So we actually just finished that. I'll show you guys that in a second.
Oh, that pumpkin pie looks so good.
I actually feel like this is the like texture you want it though for like a sweet potato pie, you know?
I don't. I think this is the first sweet potato pie I made in my life.
Yeah, we gonna find out though.
So.
Maybe it's because we put it in the fridge.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Have good confidence in the pumpkin pie. I might have screwed this one.
I almost feel like we have more confidence in that one, but I don't know. We'll see.
I'm concerned about this because, like that, last night the squash was like properly cooked and everything.
Mm-hmm. Also, we burned the crust a little bit because we were supposed to add aluminum foil, I think.
Yeah, aluminum foil to protect the crust.
Yeah.
But
it's still gonna be
brown crust
good.
like that is gonna taste really good.
Tasty.
Tastes really good.
So
I'm not sure. I might have messed this up. Not that sweet potato pie isn't good. The way I did it, I didn't entirely follow the directions properly. That might be on me.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. It takes a while to cook.
Oh yeah, what's the timer so we can turn that on?
An hour.
Okay, well let's get that started and we'll let you guys know how it tastes. Or
I'm
looks.
gonna disappear.
Okay, so we are done with our pies. We want to get a little closer. Our sweet potato pie.
So you were the pies.
The pies.
Oh.
We have our sweet potato pie. That looks delicious. So that's that. And then we have our pumpkin pie, which also looks delicious. So that's that. So we are excited to see which one tastes better. There's always been a competition of like if pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie is better. So we gonna find out today. But yeah, we hope we made it right because we haven't even tried it.
So to be fair, okay, this is not necessarily a conclusive test. Because this is just one recipe.
That's true.
So we might find a different recipe. So for example, if sweet potato pie is better,
Yeah,
and then we find a dope pumpkin pie recipe that's even better.
that's true. So
So
we will let you guys know.
this is a
in
data
little
point,
bit. Yeah,
not a
we'll-
final answer.
We'll see how it turns out.
All right, ladies, feel free to
let's
dig in. What your reactions? What do we think? Yeah, I need more words. Describe it as it hits your palate.
So I tried the light one.
Okay.
It's really sweet.
It is sweet.
It's savory.
It is savory. I think I prefer the darker one though.
I
Okay.
haven't tried the darker one
It
yet.
has more flavor. It's like popping a bit.
I really like the light one, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Once you get the dark one, like, oh, okay, never mind.
I definitely can't tell which one's pumpkin and which one's
You can?
sweet.
Oh, you
You
can?
can or
No.
cannot. Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
I need another bite to tell that.
Obviously. If you need another piece just to be sure, feel free.
Let's just see.
That'd be funny if the pumpkin was popping.
Yeah.
Pumpkin is popping. I kind of think the darker one's sweet potato.
You think
Okay.
so?
But I'm surprised I would like that one more. I don't really know
Yeah.
what my preference would be.
Okay.
So I think that I should add that I normally don't even eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. Like I avoid it at all costs unless it's literally like covered in whipped cream. But these are both really, really good. Like I'm gonna eat all of this.
The truth
What are we
is,
finding out?
I didn't actually make pumpkin pie.
What?
I made butternut squash pie,
No way.
which is how my mom always makes it because it has so much more flavor than pumpkin.
Is that the dark one?
That's
Yep.
the light one. Oh wait, no, it's the dark one.
It's the dark one.
Oh, you're right. Okay, sweet potato
Cindy
pie.
is doing the double blind test.
Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
threw me off so much.
No, I like pumpkin. I think.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Like at first that sounded disgusting, but then the more that I think about it, butternut squash can be like squash in general can be super good with like brown sugar and butter and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Pretty much what a pumpkin is anyway. So yeah, the pumpkin won, but it's not actually pumpkin. So
Butternut squash pie.
apparently everybody likes butternut squash pie.
All right. So, what were your thoughts on the pumpkin pie?
It wasn't really pumpkin. So it occurs to me that if we're trying to answer the question of which is better, pumpkin versus sweet potato, we failed miserably because we didn't actually make pumpkin.
Yep. So, John, as
Sorry
you
about
saw, used
Butternut squash,
butternut squash.
which has so much more flavor.
Yes.
I think.
So,
I think butternut squash is way better than pumpkin pie.
it's really good. I mean, I love pumpkin pie. I don't normally make pies, so this was a really fun experiment. And yeah, I think in the future we'll have to do more of them.
So I encourage you to get some butternut squash instead of pumpkin and try it for yourself and see if you like it better, especially if you're one of those people that like sweet potato pie. Try it with butternut squash and see if you like it better.
Yeah, I think it was really good, and this was fun. So we'll have to do more things in the future. And this ends our 3-part series. So this was our fall festivities series.
Bye,
And-
fall.
So that was a lot of fun. But be on the lookout for some Christmas stuff because that is my favorite holiday. So be on the lookout. I'll probably put some vlogs up for that. And yeah, we'll have to figure out maybe some cookies, some tree pudding,
Tree pudding?
tree setting up.
I've
setting
never
up
had tree
trees.
pudding. How do you make tree pudding? You stir it with a pine needle.
Setting up some Christmas
like chocolate
trees or
pudding?
one Christmas tree. Okay.
Green?
We'll have some Christmas videos. How about that?
Grinch style, maybe? I don't know.
So
Some
yes.
tree pudding.
Anyways,
Figgy
thanks.
pudding?
Okay, we're done with the pudding.
We're done with pudding. We're gonna put that in the past.
We are. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in another video.